What up, people? It's boy Master Chudy out here with another comic review. So we've reached the end of this fantastic miniseries of Flash Forward, number six, the end. Scott Lobdell has done a fantastic job on this. Brett Booth, of course, is artist. It's one of my favorites since I got into comics, since I got back into comics. So it's good to see such a great combination. But we really see Wally West. He's redeemed. As far as I said a couple of videos ago, he was redeemed. And I think it's certain, but it's shown that he has a greater destiny, and we're going to see what happens with that. But let's get to it. So we go to chapter six. Chapter six. Nothing ever ends, and we see that he's enjoying some time with his children. He's like, I've been raised from the end of the multiverse to another, same reality for being devoured by dark matter. I fought alongside a President Superman. On one world, watched a vampiric Barry Allen dusted in front of my eyes. So many alternate versions I know and love. That's how I know these two are real. Iris and Jai, my light, my life. I can feel it in my heart and my soul. My name is Wally West. At long last, I am the happiest father alive. He needed this. He needed this win. He needed it. That's good. So they're having a broccoli. Well, they're having burgers. They're having a. They're just basically it's his kids just being kids with their pops, and he's like saying, "Sorry about this dinner, Daddy. We had to scout for food ever since we got here. Don't judge me, but I even learned to miss broccoli. Judge never, judge never miss. Only every instant of every moment of life." And then they just said, it's just kids being kids. And Jesse, he had lost them, thought that they were erased from reality after Flashpoint, but they're here. And they're just talking about kid stuff. Like, you know what? I missed my game station. Mom better not have tossed them while we're gone. And you just see jerk move, jerk moves. Like, you missed a video game more than your dad. Only every instant of every moment, every day. And then you just see them enjoying, but the ominous figure that is the Mobius chair is here to claim Wally West, unfortunately. And Metronome is gone, so the Mobius chair needs somebody to occupy it. Now we see Tempest Fuginaut, who has been pretty good in this miniseries. It's like, as a Fuginaut, I have seen entire universes rise from a speck of dust floating too close to a sun. I have witnessed galaxies swallow each other whole. Throughout a multitude of millennia, I have stood astride the multiverse and protected each reality from every other. In all my travels, I believe I've seen it all. I was wrong. Nothing could have prepared me for seeing the end of everything. I scarcely believe it took one dark world refusing to die to create such an apocalyptic maelstrom. Throughout each life, living beings fear the worst. The dark multiverse is where all those fears manifest themselves temporarily. Over time, these worlds wither and die, flaring like a supernova before they fade away to nothing. Every dark world except this one. And he just talks about, I enlisted Wally West to pretty much prevent one world from bringing destruction to others, because it was Wally West who inadvertently created this world from his own darkest fear, that he would never see his children again. But if he cannot bear the weight of what he must do, then reality itself will pay the price. So the kids are sleeping like kids. He loves his kids, and Wally's got to make a decision. It's like, no, not yet. And so Wally's talking to Tempest, saying, "You said these dark matter worlds are created out of fear, things you regret. My greatest fear was always I wouldn't be able to protect my kids from all the super crap I knew that was out there. This isn't another dark matter planet. I created this world. It's my greatest nightmare become real." And he's like, yes. So I'm the reason the multiverse is jacked. Because this planet works the way my powers do. Instead of dying by entropy like every other dark matter world, it keeps self-correcting faster than it can be destroyed. Yes, if you don't find a way to make things right now, the multiverse will be consumed by dark matter. Yes, and we have precious little time to prevent that from happening. And you see that the Mobius chair is here. The Mobius chair will overwhelm all your senses, both heart and mind, with pure knowledge. Any capacity for emotion, passion, love, connection will elude you forever. You will become Metronome. You'll become a new god, but just like Metronome. Every part of your mind will be filled with all the information the Mobius chair has acquired until now. With infinitely more to come, there will be no secrets from you. You'll basically be one of the most powerful people in the DC universe. And then he's like, and Wally's like, there won't be anything left for anything else in my head. I'll be a computer, basically. No thoughts of Linda, Iris, and Jai. Not even room for me in my own mind. And Mobius is like, Tempest is like, yes. Sit in the chair, and this world will fall. The multiverse will heal itself. And Wally said, was that the plan all along? Was this the multiverse's way of making me pay for the price for all those heroes who are dead because of me? If so, that was never revealed to me. My role was to get you here intact. What you do now is a matter of free will. And Wally's like, more like penance. And he's pretty much saying, I need you to make a promise. And Tempest's like, if it's within my power, he's like, I'm not asking. When this planet falls apart, Iris and Jai will be free. You need to get them home. It's like, it will be done. Giving my man some wins. I like it. So it's like, thank you, Tempest, for giving me the strength to remember the man I was before. Well, before. For giving me the power to save those different worlds on my way here. And thank you for one last perfect day with my kids. And Tempest is like, no, that was all you, Wally West. The staff had no power at all, ever. All you did was channel the hope of a good man. The hope that was always there in your heart. Redeemed, like you say again. But the kids are like, the kids wake up and they're like, oh no. And Tempest is like, you know what you must do. He's like, I got it. And so we see that the kids are trying to save their dad, but Tempest is like, no, I made a promise to your pops. And Wally's looking at the Mobius chair, and he's like saying, let's do this. And so he sits on the chair, and then this is said, Wally's like, love you always. And he's been overtaken by the Mobius chair. And this is a pretty sweet design of Wally, but he's been completely superpowered. And Iris and Jai are like, please, sir, you have to help us save our dad. It's like, I'm afraid it's your father who is saving us. Without his sacrifice, countless realities would have been devoured by dark matter. Your father stopped that from happening. With his dark world obliterated, countless other aberrations fall in its wake. And so the multiverse is healing itself. Thank you, Wally West, wherever you and whenever you are. And then we see that Iris and Jai are like confused, but Iris seems to understand. It's like, Iris, what did Daddy do? He's always done the right thing. And what are you going to do now? And it's just like, I'm going to keep a promise. So they go back to the regular world and they go back to Linda Park, and she's getting ready. But the interesting thing is that finally, after 4 years since rebirth, we all know that it's been pretty much Linda who hasn't remembered Wally West. Everybody else, members of the Justice League, eventually, all of his Titan friends and Superman all remembered Wally West pre the New 52. But it's always been Linda who's never been able to remember. And Kevin's like, with their return, it was as if a light had been switched on. Everything that was is now again. And she's like, oh my gosh, Wally, kids, where are you? And we see that they're back home. And we say Iris and Jai West, no longer orphans trapped in a pitch black world, or world black as pitch. That. And we see like, but how? And so they see their kids together. They're the strongest of life's creation. Together they are the strongest of life's creations. A family. Look at that, family. That's what it's always been about. That's what it's always been about. But we see that there's happiness in this ending. And we just see somewhere, I must believe, a father watches over them. And now we see that Wally West has become all powerful. And we see that he's been keeping watch of his family. And he just says, and he's channeling his inner venom. He's like, we are Wally West. Like, no, we were Wally West. Wally West did something more. And we are the Mobius chair. A single perfect vessel of infinite knowledge. We were the Mobius chair. We were Wally. Now we are something new. Something that was never was. We see that the beings who have sat in this chair throughout history. Batman, Owlman, Metron. We see Metron obliterated by a man. The same man who touches the chair shares his power with the chair. He is the creation. He is Doomsday. He is the clock ticking on the multiverse. We share his vision. speeding across time and space. It is impossibly alien and yet so familiar. We have been here before, even though we have not. Every thought ever had races through our minds. When another mind reaches across the void, kindred spirits. In an instant, we are more than Wally, more than the Mobius chair, more than anyone who has ever been. Since the creation of the Mobius chair, it has been content to observe. Today is a new day, a new vocation, a new me. So, we see that he is in control, and he'll come back in um, the Flash 750. Oof. Where do I want to stop this? No, I want to stop it right here. Yeah, because this is heartwarming. So this was a fantastic end to a great miniseries. Wally West, for now, is no longer the Wally West that we know. He has transcended into a plane of higher thinking and of higher power. You have combined the Speed Force with the Mobius chair. Who knows what you can do with that? But he has been redeemed. He has saved the multiverse. He has purged the multiverse of the dark matter worlds, indirectly giving a blow to the Batman who laughs or whoever who wishes to bring darkness to the multiverse. He got to spend time with his kids who are now back in the timeline. They have been restored. Unfortunately, but bittersweet as it is, Linda Park finally remembers Wally West after 4 years since rebirth, and the kids are back with her, and Wally is watching over them, knowing that his mind is still somewhere in there. So who knows what will happen to Wally? I would like him to maybe one day return to the good old red suit. But hey, Batman has been on that chair, don't know for how long, so maybe somebody else will take over the Mobius chair. But for now, Wally has taken over from Metron, and he has the Mobius chair. He is essentially a new god in a way. Not a, who knows? But I really like this. Scott Lobdell really put in the work and the effort to really write a good story of Wally West, to really put him on the path of redemption, to really walk us through him overcoming his obstacles and becoming something even greater than what he was before. And as he said, thank you, Tempest, for reminding me the man I was before. And the man who Wally West was before Heroes in Crisis was a hero, a family man, a loving father, a great husband, and somebody who would self-sacrifice and sacrifice for the greater good and for the people he cared about. So yeah, I give this a 10 out of 10. You might say that, oh, that might be a little bit too much, but I'm like, no. 10 out of 10 for this issue just represents a culmination of a good journey that we've seen through Wally West. So yeah, peace to that. So thank y'all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notifications. Make sure you're notified. When you hit those notifications, hit the all at the bell so that you can get notified of whenever I release videos. Once again, I do these reviews for you, the people, because I want to discuss good comics like this and get your views out there. Thank y'all for watching. Hope to have more videos up later in the day. Peace.